Well, we've moved house 18 times. And you lose an awful lot of your stuff and gear if you move house 18 times. I've lived for 3.5 years in Armenia. I've lived for 4 years in Slovakia. I've lived in Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia. And you lose things all the time. And when we finally came back to Ireland, which was in 2010, my maiden aunt had kept some of my games in her shed. And I saw them. And the penny dropped immediately because of their simplicity in play. They were not complicated. And I said I tried to investigate how that would be good digital. And I found this very difficult to understand. How do you approach this games market? Because I'm not computer illiterate, but I'm sure no geek. So I could go into websites and they just vanished like a puff of smoke when I tried to find out anything more. The FLA was the secret to success. I went down to the FLA and there were all these real people that I could actually talk to, not send an email info at, and I could actually relate to them. And I was talking to one of the youngsters upstairs. And I said, how much would it take to make this into a digital? He said, oh, we don't know this. We're only just developers. The real companies are downstairs. I went down and I spoke to Atom Split. And they said, oh, yeah. And Dave saw the game. Said, I'll tell the other guys. And the other guys came and they liked it. So I went off hawking way around and I met the Microsoft guy. And he just said, hey, this is the game we're looking for. So he got, you got to speak to Atom Split. And I said, I've already, no, right again. So we spoke to Atom Split again, sat down at a table, and this was noteworthy. So the press were called, and the press took photographs, and then a little article appeared in the papers. And then RTE wanted to interview about 72-year-old come down and zapped it to the youngsters in the FLA. So suddenly, I was on a train that was going at 1,000 miles per hour, and I didn't know where we were going. So it was a real learning curve for me, because it's all very fine saying, make it into digital. How is another matter, and what happens it?
Did you realise what you were getting into?
Not a clue. Not when I...